Talk, heard before each Salem Tiger baseball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Tony Edwards. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now for Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
On the Tiger Talk, Stan Stevens, Coach Tony Edwards. Coach, Salem Tigers had a doubleheader to start out their season on Saturday at the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. Come out with a 1-0-1. Coach, you got to be pretty pleased with the way the boys played to start the season.
Yeah, I am, Sam. These kids put in a hard 3 weeks to begin the season, and we came out with a game against Vienna Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And Vienna's always known to have a pretty decent ball club. One puts the ball in play, and they've always have decent players that are work hard. And one of those situations where we were coming out and we want to be on all cylinders, try to start the season, to get get the things started right. And we had really good pitching by Corby Ball, and kept us in the game. And we were finding ways to hit the baseball. I think we had 9 hits on the day. But Vienna was one of those games where we were trying to capitalize, and did a very good job of it. We forced them, to commit some errors by us putting the ball in play, and we took advantage of those errors and was able to sneak a 8-4 win against those guys. That was a good game for us. And then we wound up playing Father Tolton later that afternoon. Another very good ball club. Always a state top caliber team, and we like I said, we finished them to a 2-2 game, and through the 6th inning we ended up at a tie due to lights not working. But very pleased with both games this past weekend overall, and looking forward to carrying that on to this coming week.
You have a somewhat experienced team, and getting that ball into play, like you said, against Vienna, you got the ball into play, you scored in virtually every inning except for one. And when you do that, Coach, the other team never feels like they ever get caught up, because you have a 2-0 lead or 2-1 lead. Now it's 3-1 or 4-1 or 5-1. And when they keep trying to battle back and you keep answering, Coach, that's just a dagger in the heart.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is, because, that was one thing coming into this season was, whether or not we were going to find a way to manufacture runs and be able to hit early this season, because when you lose 3 of your top 4 hitters from last year's squad, that's a tough pill to swallow, especially early in the season, because you have a lot of questions that are unanswered. And, it was good to see the guys that were choking up at the barrel of the ball put in play. Like I said, our pitching, I thought, was really good overall. And, Corby gave some good innings. Rags, he came in and pitched well. And Roy did a good job finishing there. And we get into game 2 with, like we said, Father told, with Blake Edwards coming in starting and kept us in it. And Dan did a great job of relieving him. So, very pleased with our hitting in game 1 and pitching overall.
And when you see the guys, now a lot of these guys are coming back from last year, but you're still early in the season, and still some questions are unknown as to who's going to play where. Pretty much you have an idea of where everybody's going to play and where they fit the best. But, Coach, it's still early in the season, and anything can still happen, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, really, to be honest with you, our outfielders are about the only 3 that have that are coming back that played on last year's team that started about every game. Mm-hmm. And so our infield is pretty wet behind the ears as far as a ton of our experience. But they're seniors. These guys are good ball players, and they work really hard. And I have no doubt that we'll get where we need to be. Defensively on the infield especially, and it's just like I said, it's going to take a little time, a little extra preparation at practices, but it's one of those things where we're just going to keep doing our thing, playing good fundamental baseball, and see what happens.
And one of the things that you were talking about is the Tigers making contact, and that's a good thing, too. I saw the strikeouts weren't excessive, and that's a good thing. And that Father Tolton has some good pitching. He only got a couple of hits, and a big RBI hit by Cash Howard, too, in that. But when you look at making contact, like you said, choke up a little bit, put the bat on the ball. Coach, you just never know what's going to happen when you do that.
No, that's the thing is, we tell our players, especially early in the year, We don't want you guys to try to do too much. Everybody's trying to, work on their timing, work on their swing. And, it's important that you guys just try to find a way to, try not to swing too hard and just try to meet the baseball because, at the beginning of the year, it seems like pitching always kind of has its advantages a little bit because everybody's working on, ball out of the hand and, seeing different style of pitching and speeds and that nature. So yeah, it's one of those things that, it's good to see that we're trying to work on it. Hopefully we can continue to do that. Like I said, we did strike out some more than I really kind of wanted to,
Sure.
But that's part of baseball. That's expected early in the year, and that's just something we're going to address and work on trying to fix.
Coach, when you look at the weekend, and, we have started out the season in some brutal weather where it's been super cold and super wet, you had to be pretty happy that it was a fairly dry field, a little bit of a breeze, but not excessively hot, but not excessively cold either.
Oh, it was an absolute beautiful day. I mean, overall, in fact, the other coaches, they were commenting on, just couldn't ask for better weather in mid to late March. And, it was a perfect day for baseball. Like I said, a little breezy at times, but, it was just right for the players to, go after it. And it was one of those situations where, it was a beautiful enough game that, it showed in the fans because our entire parking lot was full. The entire hillside was covered with cars, fans all down in the stands. So it was a good day for baseball, good support by the community, and just a great doubleheader weekend all the way around.
So 1-0-1 to start the season. Today you go down to face the Cardinals of Steelville. There's always been a rivalry between Salem and Steelville. I don't think that's ever going to change. But, again, this is the third game of the season. You're still looking to see what your guys can do, aren't you?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, Steelville always is one of those type of teams that, they're going to give you everything they got, just like hopefully we're going to give everything we have today and continue and, trying to put the ball in play and keep our pitching where it is. And that's, making hitters swing and try not to walk people. So, yeah, it should be a good contest. I know last year, with the squad that we had, we was kind of able to get up on Steelville a little early and, manufacture several rounds and take advantage of some errors. But, yeah, you never know. It's baseball and anything can happen. So I expect, pretty good matchup today against Steelville.
Cardinals in the past, they like to do a lot of, I kind of call them slug bunts, but you might also call just a little bit of bunting or just infield hits. They want to try and make you field the ball and throw them out. Or don't forget, too, once they get on base, they're not afraid to steal a bag or two, Coach. So that's why the Tigers, I think it's a great third game of the year because this is a team that is multifaceted, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, anytime you face a team like Steelville, they'll, they usually have some fast guys on the team. And, like you said, they will need to bunt. They'll find a way to manufacture a run here and there if they can. And that means stealing a base or hitting a run, they'll definitely do that. And, that's part of baseball, and it's a good strategy to have, especially if you have kids that are, not blessed with a ton of power. We're going to try and implement that some ourselves this year. So yeah, Steelville, it's going to be a good matchup, and I expect, good pitching, hopefully overall, and we'll see if we can't squeak out a win.
All right, Coach, the very best today against the Cardinals of Steelville. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Stan. Appreciate it.
Stay tuned. Tiger Baseball is next.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Tony Edwards, brought to you as a courtesy of the Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger Baseball is next.
It's that time of year. The furnace is cranked, the light of the gas log is filling the room, and it's time to bake. Mango is ready to offer safety tips when it comes to dealing with gas. Use a broom to clean off your outside meter when it snows. Make sure your carbon monoxide detectors are working throughout the home. If you smell gas, act fast. Leave the building, go upwind, and from a safe location, call 911. For more tips on keeping your home safe, visit mosafegas.com. That's mosafegas.com. A message from the Missouri Association of Natural Gas Operators.
Hi, this is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, and I want you to follow all the exciting action of the St. Louis Blues right here this season on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. They've been one of the longest-running St. Louis Blues affiliates, and if you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is listening right here. It's KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri, your radio home for the St. Louis Blues hockey.
It's time for Salem Tigers Spring Sports on KSMO Media, being brought to you by Town & Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, The Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Tax Masters, Town & Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Salem License Bureau, Jet Tire and Auto, Legends Automotive, LLC, Discount Bins of Salem, American Family Insurance, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, Hubs Tire Center, Technology Junkyard, Prevention Coalition of Dent County, K&H Auto Supply, your world today. Now, Tiger Sports on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and 95.7 FM, and streaming on KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube.
And welcome to Steelville. Stan Stevens with you on a nice afternoon for baseball as the Tigers and the Steelville Cardinals will match up in the third game of the year. As you heard Coach Tony Edwards say on Tiger Talk, this is a good team and a good team to match up with. These guys are multifaceted. They do a lot of small ball things, but they're also very talented, and they will have a talented group of kids out there today. They've just going over the starting laps. They're about ready to get underway with our national anthem. First off, thank you to the ladies at Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon for sponsoring our Tiger Talk. Stop by, see Alicia, Candy, or Katie, 101 West 4th Street downtown. That is your friends at Flying W Boutique and the Looking Glass Salon. Also want to thank United Country Salem Realty for sponsoring our intro to Salem Tiger Baseball. Babette Wells, the broker owner, 573-729-3148, or stop by 605 South Main Street. Let's take a 90-second break and come back after our national anthem with the play-by-play on KSMO Media.
Reality check number 29. Moving your checking account shouldn't feel harder than moving to another state. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know switching banks can be a pain. So, we invented the Easy Switch Kit. If you move your account to Town & Country, we'll do all the work for you. Set up your automatic deposits and withdrawals, and even help close your old account. How easy is that? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
Welcome back to Steelville. Just about ready to get things underway here. Do want to give you the starting lineup for the Salem Tigers. That starting lineup brought to you by Flying W Boutique and the Looking Glass Salon. Silas DuBois will be doing the catching today, leading off of the Tigers. Caden Moody will be in center field, batting second. Cash Howard out in right field, bats third. Corby Ball, the cleanup man, out in left field today. Roy Stevens will be at shortstop, batting fifth. Blake Edwards will be at second base, batting on the sixth slot. Briar Bobbin batting seventh will be your pitcher today. And Jackson Ralston will be at third base batting eighth. And Dannon Berry will be out at first base batting ninth. On the hill for Steelville Cardinals will be Greg Harris. Will be caught by Garrett Richter. And in center field, Cale Cottrell. He'll be flanked by Nate Gamble on the left side and Vincent Lorraine on the right side. Around the infield, it'll be Trenton Garrison at first base, Jacob Bailey at second, Caden Collinson at third, and shortstop Jackson Woods. Field in excellent condition, all dirt field here at Steelville at the Bob Perkins Memorial Baseball Field. And so we will have possibly some true hops, but then again, early in the season, possibly a couple of those little unusual hops. So we're getting ready for that. In the meantime, top of the inning brought to you as a courtesy of Jonas Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent. You know there are discounts for being a good driver, also for seniors and for bundling. Call Jonah 573-729-5156 to get more information. Harris, a right-hander, tall, lanky young man. Comes from three-quarter angle. Does like to pitch more off the stretch than the windup, so we'll see if that's his favored position as he gets started. Again, early in the season, a lot of guys just trying to figure it out. What is working and what's not working. Early on in the season, if you don't get a few hits, your batting average really can tank quickly. I know Tigers had 9 hits in the game with Vienna, but only 2 hits in that game with Father and Tilton. And so some averages right now. We got some kids without a batting average whatsoever as they went 0 for all the weekend. And so hopefully they can find their way here. Leading the Salem Tigers really was Cash Howard. He had 3 hits and a total of 3 RBIs in the contest at 7 at-bats. So he's got off to a good start. And Silas DuBois, he also 3 for 7 with a run scored in those first 2 games. Also had Briar Bob with a couple of hits in the game with Vienna. He had a couple of RBIs. And Blake Edwards with a base hit and an RBI in that game with Vienna. So, again, not a lot of hits, but sometimes you don't have to have a lot of hits, but you definitely want to make sure you make contact. That's what the Tigers can do here today against Greg Harris. They meet on the mound, they give the high fives, the pumps, and everything else they want to do. Playing straight away for Silas DuBois will lead things off, batting from the left side. At third base, Collinson plays about even with the bag. At first base, Garrison about 2 steps behind the bags. The first pitch comes in, and a chopper towards second. Over to get the ball, dropping it, and no play after the error by Jacob Bailey. Just a typical ground ball to second base, and Bailey bobbled it, and Silas has got good speed. He beat it out. Good hustle by Silas DuBois out of the box on a 4-hopper to second base. I'm saying that ball on this infield, which is pretty dry, and it is graded, but it's still pretty dry. You may get a couple little skip hops, and that could be just the difference. Cade Moody standing in. Moody batting from the right side. Pitch comes to Caden. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Moody had a hit and a sacrifice, scored 3 runs in the Tigers games over the weekend. Also had a sacrifice for the Salem Tigers. Pitch comes home. Caden swings and misses at 1 up in the eyes. It's quickly 0-2 on a fastball. Harris climbs back up on the mound, waiting for Moody to get back in the box. Crowds the plate, right-handed batter. Squats down. Short lead by DuBois, now a little bit bigger. Not going. Now he is going. Pitch is low, throw to second base. It's not in time. Silas actually started back to the bag at first base when Harris came home and still was able to beat the throw, which was skipped up there by Garrett Richter. By the time Woods got to put the tag down, Silas actually has already come back up on the bag. A 1-2 count to Moody. Here it comes, fastball and a fly ball into center field. Going back, and over the head of the center fielder. And that is Cottrell. Coming around to score is Silas DuBois, 1-0. Salem Tigers on the RBI double by Caden Moody. Cottrell did not get a good read on that ball. Kind of took one step in, and that was his undoing. The RBI by Moody, and Cash Howard will stand in. Cash filled out a tad bit over the summer. Stocky young man playing right field. He stands in from the left side. Pitch coming to Cash. Swinging a chopper down the first base line. And I don't know why Moody's not at third base. He's there now, but Howard out at first base. He got on top of that one. And a good play by the pitcher, Cale Cottrell. 1-3 on the putout. Moody kept dancing around second base. I'm thinking there's nobody going to throw him out. The catcher did not come out for the ball. He'd have been the only one that could have seen Caden out at second base. When the pitcher came in, he got his back to him, and anyway, he's there anyway, but a little bit of a late jump for Caden. Standing in is Corby Ball, the man at third base, and 1 out. This is the big time. Corby takes it in the dirt. Nice scoop there by Garrett Richter. Man at third, less than 2 out. You got to get him in. Something Salem Tigers did okay with last year. Started slowly, but it did improve as the year went on. They play ball to pull just slightly. Pitch comes home in the dirt. Again, nice scoop there by Richter and what looked like a straight change. They give him the right field line and the left field line, so they kind of bunch him towards center. Good speed on the base pass with Moody. Pitch comes home, swing and a miss. A little bit of an off-speed pitch. Had Corby out in front. Two on the count, 1 down. We're in the first inning. A run in for Salem on the RBI double by Caden Moody to center field. Pitch the ball. Chopper at the plate. Ball is right in on his hands. Corby fouled it off. Came right down on his tootsies. He steps out to try and gather his thoughts. I'd like to thank our great sponsors make it possible to bring you Tiger Baseball, New Life Auto, 583 Highway 68. They can put new life into your auto. Let them do so. 573-453-2757. A pitch, a high fastball, a foul back by Ball. Ball up in the letter area. Corby fouled it back. Greg Harris on the hill. 2-2 to count, a man down, a run in. We're in the top of the first inning. Glad to be along with you on KSMO, AM 1340, FM 95.7. There's a ground ball towards short. Moody's going to score. The throw to first base is in time to get ball, but he gets the run home. That's the job he had to do. Ground out 6-3, but he gets the RBI, and it's 2-0 Salem Tigers.
Now batting for Salem.
Corby didn't spank the ball, but he got it with enough steam towards short. And when Woods threw out Corby Ball, Moody had no problem coming in to score. Stevens stands in. Roy looking for his first hit of the year. 0 for 7, I believe, in the weekend. Fastball in the outside corner. I'm sorry, he was 0 for 5 in the weekend. Nobody on. 2 down, 2 runs in. The pitch way high with a fastball. Straight away for Mr. Roy Stevens. Right-handed batter deep in the box as the pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. Late swing on a fastball up in the shoulder area. It's 1-2. We're in the top of the first. 2 runs in for Salem. One of them unearned. Pitch just low. Actually, both of them at this point will be unearned. By Harris after the error by Jacob Bailey, their second baseman, started things off on Silas DuBois' grounder. And that led to trouble. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Down on strikes goes Stevens. First strikeout for Harris, but Salem Tigers get 2 runs on a total of 1 hit, 1 key error, and nobody left. We have now played a half an inning. It's Salem Tigers 2, Steelville nothing. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball, I should say, on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Power Tour Tool Days is going on right now. K&H Auto Supply in Salem. We get a 2-pack go-through screwdriver set for $7.99, an 11-piece wrench set for $29.99, and a 3-in-1 ratchet for $28.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store during Power Tour Tool Days.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
is in the air. It's time to organize your finances, and at the Bank of Salem, we are here to help. From checking and savings accounts, certificate of deposits, IRAs, loans, and even safe deposit boxes, we've got you covered. Come in and let one of our friendly employees help you get organized. The Bank of Salem, neighbors serving neighbors since 1883. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Steelville. We go to the bottom of the first inning with Salem up 2-0. Bottom of the inning brought to you as a courtesy of Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent. He can assist you in auto, home, life, business, or other types of insurance. Stop by Farm Bureau Insurance, 1414 West Scenic Boulevard, or give Willie a call, 573-729-4941. Cardinals in their white uniforms with their Redbird red tops. I don't know, you could call it canary red, I guess, but anyway, it's pretty much a bright red. It stands out. Nonetheless, Salem Tigers in their road gray uniforms with the gray pants. They also have the Carolina blue bottom and top, or bottom and up the back on their jerseys with the navy blue caps on the shoulders and sleeves, as well as on the chest up to the letters. Fire Bobbitt, the 6'6" hurler for the Salem Tigers, standing in. Fire, a senior, right-handed pitcher. Did a lot of relief work last year, did some starting, but did come in quite a few times in relief. Did a pretty good job for the Salem Tigers. So they're looking for big things out of Breyer here as he gets the start here today against Steelville. I'd like to thank our friends at Discount Bins at 1201 Scenic Boulevard in Salem for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. You can call them at 573-543-2113. Remember, Discount Bins is closed Thursday to restock, and then they will back up on Friday with incredible values. But as the week goes on, those values get even better and better and better by the day. Check it out, Discount Bins, 1201 Scenic Boulevard East. Or again, give them a call if you have questions about how they operate, 573-543-2113. Cale Cottrell will stand in for Steelville. Right-handed batter crowds the plate. Wears number 11. He waits. The pitch comes in. He wants to bunt. Bunts the ball in the air. Foul down the third base line. Trying to check and see Jackson Ralston's reaction. Jackson was about even with the bag. Now he's going to cheat in a couple of steps. This is what Steelville likes to do. They like to bunt. They like to slug bunt. And occasionally they'll try and gap you out there. Big hole in right center field for Cottrell. Brian pings it home, and there's a ground ball right at Jackson, right through his legs. That's an error. I think Jackson thought it was hit harder than it was. But that is a big error to start out the inning. You know what happened when Salem got the error to start the inning? They scored twice. Ball hit right at Jackson. He didn't have to move an inch. But again, kind of got a cue shot. Maybe over-racked it, and ball went right between his legs. Pitch comes in, a high pop-up on the infield. Who wants it? Stevens calls for it, makes the catch right near second base. On the first pitch to Garrett Richter, he popped out. Richter had a pitch up and out over the plate. But he missed it. Now Greg Harris.
Number 6, Gage Harris.
So Harris will stand in. Likes to go by Gage. We'll go with that. As he stands there from the left side, swings and misses. Stevens cheating up the middle, looking for 2 here. So Jackson's got a lot of room to cover over there on the left side. Left-handed batter waits. Dannenberry holds on the runner. The pitch comes in, a high pop-up, short center field. Here comes Moody. And he makes the catch. Did a little jump out there for really no reason, but it's all right. 2 down, and Jackson Woods will stand in.
Up now for Steelville, number 1, Jackson Woods.
Maybe Caden had to jump over something out in the outfield. Kind of went back there and ran his foot across some stuff, so maybe a hole out that way. Woods wears number 1, playing shortstop today. At the front part of that box, swings and misses on a high fastball. Runner at first base is Cottrell. He's there with 2 out. Led off the inning with a ground ball that was an error by Jackson Ralston. He's running. The pitch is high. Throw to second base. It is not in time. Good jump by Cottrell on Bobbitt. He's in scoring position now with 2 down. 1-1 count. On Jackson Woods, their cleanup hitter. Again, right in the front part of the batter's box. Bobbitt brings it. Fastball for a strike, outside corner. Woods took it. Jacob Bailey is on deck. For Salem in the second inning, it'll be Edwards, Bobbitt, and Ralston. They lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2 count. Bobbitt brings it. Curveball. Strike 3 call. Woods didn't like it, but the umpire punches him out, and down go the Steelville Cardinals. No runs, no hits, an error, 1 left. We've played 1 full inning. It's the Salem Tigers 2, Steelville nothing. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
And welcome back to Steelville. Stan Stevens along with you here. Second inning action. Salem up 2-0 on an RBI double by Cade Moody, and then a ground out by Corby Ball that brought in a second run. Tigers in that first inning taking advantage of the error. It's always a good thing to do that. Steelville could not take advantage of the error by Jackson Ralston. And so the Tigers lead here 2-0 as Gage Harris goes back to the hill. Fairly small crowd here today. A few more still coming in, trickling in here to Steelville City Park and the Bob Perkins Memorial Baseball Field. As coming in to stand in will be Blake Edwards to lead things off.
Leading off the second inning for Salem, number 13, Blake Edwards.
Couple Salem Tiger players going off to play the next level. Edwards and Cade Moody. Good to see that. Good congratulations to them. As Edwards stands in, takes that pitch low and away, ball 1. Harris kind of coming from the side a little bit that time. Blake took it. Harris, about 6'3", comes with a fastball. That one misses outside as well. 2-0. Second inning action in Steelville. No JV game today, just a varsity contest. Also no JV game on Thursday, and that game has been moved up now to 4 o'clock. There's a line drive up the middle, and shortstop can't get it. It's a base hit. Edwards kind of hit that one off the fist, and it found its way just past the glove of Woods behind the second base bag. That ball went right over the second base bag on the line, and then took a short hop, and Edwards reaches on the base hit as Woods just couldn't get to it. Ryer Bobbitt will stand in. So Blake at first base with nobody out. Leadoff single, second hit for the Salem Tigers. I think it's Blake's first hit of the year. Nope, the second. Sorry about that. Pitch comes in, low and away, scooped up nicely by Richter. Steelville's kind of cheating up the middle. Woods is for looking for 2. Big hole in that left side as Collinson's playing E with the bag at third. Breyer takes it for a strike. It's a high strike, but he's 6'6", so it's hard to get high with a fastball. Ball right at the letters. 1-1 to count. Edwards a short lead, held on there by Garrison, Trenton Garrison, for Steelville. Pitch comes in, and there's a ground ball to the right side, and throwing to first base only was the second baseman, Bailey. Ball was not hit very hard, and going to second base was Edwards. On the ground out 4-3 by Bobbin, and Jackson Ralston will stand in. Runner at second base, one down.
Jackson Ralston.
Put the ball in play. You just never know what's going to happen. Breyer did, and Edwards was able to scoot down to second. Bailey and Woods jockey back and forth as the fastball comes in to Ralston for a strike. Trying to keep Edwards close. Edwards with decent speed. Not the fastest on the team. He's got a good lead. The pitch comes home. In the dirt. Nice scoop there by Richter to keep Edwards right where he is at second base. 1-1 to count to Ralston. Again, big hole in that left side as Woods continues to try and keep Edwards close to second base. So does Bailey. The pitch comes home. Swing and a miss on a straight change. Ralston missed that one. Went right over top of it on one down and in. 1-2 the count. Barry on deck. One down. Pitch to Ralston. Swing. And did he foul tip it? I guess he did. Yes. Home plate umpire gave no signal, but the base umpire did. Tried to come right back with that straight change again, and this time Jackson was able to foul off. Harris looks, checks the runner, brings it in, and there's a foul back on a high fastball. Jackson had a good rip at that one. Out over the plate. First baseman Garrison, even with the bag at first base. Collinson about 2 steps behind the bag at third. 1-2 the count. 2-0 Salem. One down the second the pitch. Strike 3 call. Jackson held back, but he's called out on strikes. That is the second strikeout for Harris. And Dan and Barry will stand in.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 11, Dan and Barry.
Again, Tigers with a lot of tall guys. 6'5" guy here with Dan and Barry. Right-handed batter. Pops it up. On the infield. Woods calls for it at shortstop, and he makes the catch to retire the side. So the Tigers get a leadoff single, but can't advance the runner. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one man left. We've now played an inning and a half. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and our score is the Salem Tigers 2 and the Steelville Cardinals nothing. Back in 1 minute, it's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
What percentage of people who take drugs end up becoming addicted, lose control of one's life, and die of an overdose? No one can say for sure. But is taking drugs worth the risk?
Get the facts. For more information, call the Healthy Dent County Prevention Coalition at 573-729-8163 or visit their website at salemcommunitycenter.org.
Spring savings is going on now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You can get up to 24% on select trailer and towing accessories. Gojo Fast Towels, they're just $26.49 for the 130 count. Peak Bug Cleaner Windshield Wash, $4.49 for the 1 gallon size. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard here in Salem.
And welcome back to Steelville. Don't forget your friends at Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, proud to support the Salem Tigers. And glad you're listening in. Dr. Ashley Cunningham and her staff do a tremendous job for you. 573-729-4031. or go on by 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center for all your veterinary needs, be it your pets or your livestock. They can handle them. Dr. Ashley Cunningham and her staff in Salem. We're getting ready for the bottom of the second inning. The bottom of the inning brought to you by your friends at Farm Bureau Insurance. They've got you covered right here in Salem. That's Willie Strader. He is your agent of record. Get in touch with him at 573-729-4941 or go by 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Farm Bureau. Bob is back to work. He gave up, really didn't give up anything, and an error let a runner on, but that's it. Otherwise, a pop-out, fly-out, and a strikeout. Standing in, Jacob Bailey, and he'll be followed by Caden Collinson and Nate Gamble. Left-handed batter Bailey waits. Breyer the sign from Silas DuBois as the first pitch of the second inning comes in. Outside, ball one. Bailey playing second base today for the Cardinals. Waits, wiggles that bat as the pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. Good high fastball there by Breyer Bobbitt. Don't know how Coach Edwards is going to do the pitching situation. Another swing and a miss, this time an off-speed pitch up high, was way out in front. Moody plays this hitter to pull just a little bit. They give him left center. 1-2 count to Bailey, and here it comes from Breyer. Fastball, this one a little bit, actually more of a curve. It gets away from DuBois. Hard curve up high. Tried to make him go for it, did not. 2-2 the count. 2 down. 2-0 Salem. Leadoff hitter Bailey. The pitch. There's a line drive in the right. That's going to be a base hit. Ball was up with nothing on it. Trying another changeup up high. Bailey takes it in the right field. Leadoff single.
Number 20, Caden Collinson.
I think Bob had thought he could get him to go out in front again, thinking it was a fastball. Threw that hard curve up high, and then he came back with something a little softer, and Bailey was waiting for it and ripped it in the right. Collinson, their the third baseman, takes a strike on the outside corner. Right-handed batter. Where's number 20 for the Cardinals? Tigers cheat up the middle looking for 2. Bobbitt checks the runner. Pitch. High pop fly right side out of play. In between the fields here, right behind us, is the girls' softball field. And the Steelville Lady Cardinals are practicing as we speak. Collinson with a 0-2 count. Waiting. Wiggles that bat. Right-handed batter. The pitch comes home. And he pops that one foul out of play. Salem girls will be at home tomorrow. They'll take on Ellington. We'll be there bringing it to you 4:30 from the Salem City Park. That's right here on KSMO Media. Hope you can join us or make it to the park. Pitch in the dirt, knocked down by DuBois. Good job there to keep the runner at first base. Plate needs a little housekeeping. Umpire makes the trek to the front. 1-2 the count. After a leadoff single by Bailey, he's still at first base. Pitch coming to Collinson in the dirt. Nice scoop again by DuBois. Tried the straight change. It didn't work. 2-2 to count. Crowd's gotten a little bit bigger since we first joined you. And the 2-2 pitch comes home. Swing and a ground ball to the right side, and Edwards can't get to it. All you do is just knock it down. But it'll be a base hit by Collinson. Edwards was cheating up the middle to look for 2 and got to the ball, knocked it down, but that's all he could do. The ball was in the outfield grass. So 2 hits back-to-back by Steelville, and Nate Gamble will stand in. The ball was not hit very hard, but hit in the perfect position. As Barry cheats in, they look for the bunt. That pitch a fastball inside. Ralston stays back even with the bag while Barry cheats in. Nate Gamble, their left fielder. Right-handed batter. Jockeying at second base. That pitch is outside with a fastball. It's 2-0. Bobbitt on the hill for the Salem Tigers, getting the start today. Pitch comes in. That's high ball 3, and he's kind of been all over the place for the last 3 pitches. Up high, inside low, and then way outside. He's going to have to come back and try and get this hitter or load the bases up for Trenton Garrison, who's waiting on deck. Nobody out. 5 2. Salem leads at 2-0. That pitch is a little bit high, ball 4. Took a little something off, tried to guide it over, and all he did was load the bases.
Up now for the Cardinals.
Bases are loaded. Nobody out for Trenton Garrison. Garrison, their first baseman, right-handed batter. Bobbitt checks the runners, brings it. Pop foul off to the right side, now to play. Jammed him with a fastball. All 3 baseballs now return to the home plate umpire to start this game. 0-1 count. Bobbitt brings it. There's a ground ball right at Jackson. It comes home, and the plate, and he got it in time. Ball short hopped Du Bois, who dropped it, picked it up, and got the force out. Fielder's choice for Garrison. Ralston could have possibly gotten 2 going around the horn. 5-2 on the putout.
Now batting for Steelville.
And Vincent Lorraine will stand in.
Vincent Lorraine.
The bases are loaded, 1 out. Pitch comes home. Swinging a foul tip. Took a little something off that one and had Lorraine out in front. At third base, Collinson. At second, Gamble. At first base, it's Garrison. 1 down. We're in the second inning. 2-0 Salem. Both runs for Salem came back in the first. Barry cheating in at first base. The pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. A late swing. Good fastball there by Briar Bobbitt, up and away. And Lorraine maybe a little overmatched on that one. The next one comes home inside, just off the plate. Lorraine with a good eye took that one. A lot of times a guy will swing right over that pitch. 1-2 count. Pitch comes home. Strike call. Outside corner. He painted it with a nice fastball. And the second strikeout of the day.
Number 11.
For Bobbitt as he tries to pitch out of this mess. 2 hits and a walk. Loaded the bases with nobody out. Now Cale Cottrell, their leadoff man, stands in. Right-handed batter. He reached on error by Jackson. Ralston back in the first inning, and he takes a strike. Cottrell about even in that batter's box and tight on the plate. The pitch gets away from Du Bois, but no advancement. Went right through his legs, back off the screen. Not a lot of room behind home plate for the wild pitch. Maybe 15 to 20 feet max. 20 feet, more like 15 to 18. 1-1 to count. Bobbitt ready, brings it. Low and away. 2-1. Cottrell will be looking for something over the plate here because Bobbitt does not want to go to 3-1. Big lead by the man at second base, Collinson. The pitch, that's a strike, a high strike. Wow. Pitch was just right about at the shoulders, and he got the call. 2-2 to count. Bobbitt ready. Here comes low. Took a little something off, and Cottrell took it. 3-2 to count. No place to put this hitter. Briar Bobbitt and Cale Cottrell. Here it comes. And ball 4. Obviously, the umpire made no signal. So the walk will bring in a run and make it a 2-1 game. An RBI walk.
Down for the Cardinals.
So Collinson scores. Pretty good pitch. Just missed to the outside. So Garrett Richter will stand in. He popped up his first time. 2-1 on our score. Richter, right-handed batter, waits. The pitch. There's a fly ball to right field. Coming on is Cash Howard, and he makes the catch to retire the side. More of a line drive, but right at Cash, and that retires the side. 1 run on 2 hits, and there was no errors. 3 left. We've now played a total of 2 innings. It's the Salem Tigers 2 and Steelville 1. We'll come back in 1 minute with Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Are you wanting to know what's going on in Salem? It's easy. All you need to do is subscribe to the City of Salem's Text Blast service. First, you need to text the number 855-435-4811. Then text the word CITY for all pertinent alerts and announcements for the city. For alerts concerning utilities, text the word utility. And if you're wanting to know about parks and recreation, just text the word parks. The City of Salem Text Blast service, 855-435-4811. Subscribe today.
And welcome back to Steelville. Salem Tigers with a 2-1 lead. We'll send up top of the order Silas DuBois, Cade Moody, and Cash Howard. Do want to remind everybody the Salem Tigers game with Ellington on Thursday has been moved up to 4 o'clock. There's a 4 o'clock start now on Thursday. And then the girls game that was scheduled with Bourbon on Friday has been moved to Wednesday, and that will start at 4 o'clock at the Salem City Park. So again, Lady Tigers game tomorrow with Ellington, regular time, 4:30. We'll have that game on KSMO Media. Then Wednesday, the Lady Tigers will host Bourbon, 4 o'clock start, again on KSMO Media. And on Thursday, we'll have Salem Tiger Baseball, a 4 o'clock start with Ellington, and again on KSMO Media. So you got a lot of baseball coming your way. Plus, now, when I say KSMO Media on Thursday, that'll be a stream only for the baseball game because it's opening day for the St. Louis Cardinals, and we'll be carrying that on the AM/FM side of KSMO. So it'll be on the stream side only on the Thursday. So that'll be streamed only. So you'll have to watch it on KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, or KSMO YouTube. Our Cardinal commitment does not allow us to overshoot the Cardinal game on opening day. I don't think that'd be a good idea. All right, let's get to the top of the order as Harris has got one more warm-up toss to go. DuBois led off with a ground ball that second baseman Jacob Bailey struggled with, and that allowed Silas to reach first base. He sold second, came home on a Cade Moody double to center field, and then Moody came home after going to third base on a ground out by Cash Howard on RBI ground out by Corby Ball. 2-1 Salem Tigers. DuBois bunts it toward the left side. Harris gets to it. The throw to first base is just in time. Didn't get it far enough down the line. Good idea by Silas. But Harris with a good throw got him just by about a half a step.
Number 6, Caden Moody.
So Moody will stand in. He doubled the center field on a ball that Cale Cottrell took one step in, and then he was burned. Moody grounds this one in the hole. Over and over to get it as a shortstop Woods to throw to first is not in time. He beat it out. Good job by Woods to get over there, and he kind of looked like he may have hurt his back a little bit. He had to reach down across his body.
Now batting for Salem, number 19, Cash Howard.
So Moody with a base hit, and I think Woods might be hurt. He's really trying to wiggle out of that one. He reached across his body and turned as quickly as he could to throw out Moody. And looks like his lower back has been tweaked a tad bit. He's trying to shake it off, but sometimes that's just hard to do. You kind of do one of those tweaking of the muscle, and it takes a while. Well, they're still talking to the umpire, trying to tell him check the arm, see if you're okay. And as of right now, he's going to try and stay in the game. We'll see. Steelville only has 4 reserve players. That's all they have. Total of 13 players on their roster. You know, your starting shortstop goes down. That would not be a good thing. So Cash Howard stands in. Moody at first base, 1 out. Cade's got good speed. Gage Harris at the hill takes a look. Held on there by Garrison. Pitch comes home, outside and low. DuBois still second base in the first inning, rather handily. The only Tiger opportunity, 1 for 1 in stolen bases today. Howard waits. 3 hits on the early season. He'd like another one right here. Pitch comes in, outside and low. Moody's running, go to second base. Not in time. Ball actually went off the glove of Woods and trickled toward the right side. Cash will have a lot of room on that left side. They play him to pull. And he's got a lot of room down the left field line and also on the left side between short and third. The pitch, inside corner with a strike. Good fastball by Harris. And Cash was looking for something out over the plate. Got that inside fastball. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Pull something off on the off-speed pitch. 2-2 to count. Moody at second base, 1 down. From the stretch, Gage Harris looks, checks, brings it. Runner going. The throw not made. And a steal on the low pitch by Harris. An off-speed pitch to Howard. And Moody takes third base on a second stolen base of the night. Third for the Tigers. Picked the perfect pitch to go. That was a straight change. It was in the dirt. Howard with a 3-2 count. Waits, trying to get this run in. Swings and misses. Goes down on strikes. Third strikeout for Harris. That's a key one. And now Corby Ball will stand in. Cash could make connections there with a runner at third base and less than 2 out.
Corby Ball.
They'll take a hit or an error or a balk or some other mode of inexplicity to get him home. That pitch is in the dirt. But again, with these short fences, that ball came off quickly and Richter grabbed it. And Caden Moody had no chance of coming home on that one. Straight off the back fence, right back to the catcher. 1-0 to count the ball. Corby grounded out to short, drove in a run back in the first. Pitch from Gage Harris, way up high and in. 2-0 to count. Moody at third base, 2 down. 2-1 Salem the pitch, inside with a fastball. 3-0 to count. On deck is Roy Stevens, still looking for his first hit of the early season. Straight away for Corby as the pitch comes in, takes a strike. 3-1 to count. Corby back in. Richter the sign, and Harris ready, brings it home. There's a ground ball towards third. Right past the third baseman. 3-1 Salem Tigers on the hit. By ball. Collinson went to his left. That ball didn't stay down and it went right by him. RBI single, and that makes it a 3-1 game.
Roy Stevens.
Second RBI for Ball. And Stevens will stand in. Ball at first base, short lead. Harris brings it a little bit low. Want to know to Stevens, Blake Edwards on deck. Run in for the Salem Tigers. Got their 2-run lead back, 3-1. We're in the third inning. As the pitch comes in, way high. Roy didn't drop the bat. That ball almost hit his bat. Behind him at his head. So a little up and in. 2-0 to count. The pitch. That's inside. Gets away. And there goes Corby Ball down to second base. That'll be a pass ball. Catcher reached for it. Was not in the dirt. But right off his glove back to the screen. Stevens waits, has a man at second base. The pitch takes a strike on the outside edge. 3-1. Corby Ball, short lead at second base as Bailey tries to keep him close. The pitch, swing and a miss. Very late swing by Stevens there. He was fooled. And it's quickly 3-2. From the stretch, Harris brings it. Strike three call, outside corner. Strikeout number 4 for Harris, and that retires the sign. But not before the Salem Tigers get a run on a total of 2 hits, no errors, and there was a man left. We've now played 2.5 innings. We go to the bottom of the third inning with the Salem Tigers leading it 3-1. Back in a minute. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
And welcome back to Steelville. Stan Stevens along with you here. Don't forget, On the Spot Auto Glass is a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Remember, what they do is in their name. They change out your auto glass on the spot. On the Spot Auto Glass. Check them out on Facebook or call 573-247-3608. On the Spot Auto Glass, your proud glass sponsor of Salem Tiger Baseball. We go to the bottom of the third inning. And Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader, agent, brings you the bottom of the inning. Give them a call, 573-729-4941. When life has happenings, make sure you got the coverage you need, get in touch with Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance.
Leading off the bottom of the third.
This will be in the bottom of the third inning with Gage Harris, Jackson Woods, and Jacob Bailey coming in to bat. For the Cardinals, a little bit overcast just now. Had a little bit of sunshine to start the day out. Or maybe filtered sunshine might be a better way of phrasing it. And now pretty much nothing but clouds here at Steelville. Got a little cooler with 3-1 score. Salem Tigers. Pitch, an off-speed pitch, fouled at the feet of Silas DuBois off his tippy toes. Back to the screen. Left-handed batter in Gage Harris. He flew out to center field his first time up. Pitch way outside with a fastball, 1-1. Line by DuBois, the pitch by Bobbitt. There's a high fly ball to deep center field. Going back, and that ball is gone. Gage Harris hits one to dead center right over the glove of Cade Moody. Went all the way back to the fence. Nothing he could do. That ball jumped out of here, and it's a 3-2 game. Ball right out over the plate, and Harris pounded it right up the middle over the center field fence here at Bob Perkins Memorial Baseball Field. 3-2 our score, just that quick. Jackson Woods will stand in.
Up now for the Cardinals. Number 1, Jackson Woods.
Woods waits in. He struck out his first time, was called out on strikes. The pitch comes to him. Pitch inside, goes off the glove of DuBois. It was not a strike. Ralston even the bag at third. Dan and Barry about 3 steps behind the bag at first base. Pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball to the outside edge. Leadoff home run by Gage Harris. 3-2 game. Pitch, outside with a curve. 2-1 the count. I think there's another Tiger hurdler that's warming up, and a high fly ball on the left center field. Going back and making the catch is Moody. About 15 feet from the fence, and there's one out.
Now batting.
Jacob Bailey will stand in.
Jacob Bailey.
Steelville, a much shorter field than Salem, about 300 feet to center. But that ball was hit well by Harris. Nothing cheap about that one. Pitch on the outside corner, but called a ball. Maybe a tick outside. Been getting that call a couple of times. Did not get it that time. It's a 1-0 count. Pitch. There's a ground ball towards second. Edwards has it. Throw to first base to Dan and Barry. He's got it. And there's 2 down. 4-3 on that put out. And Caden Collinson will stand in.
Now batting for the Cardinals. Number 20, Caden Collinson.
Caden Collinson, who plays third base, will stand in. He has a walk in this game. And he swings and misses on that one. 0-1 the count. We're in the third inning. 3-2 our score after the leadoff home run by Gage Harris. Next 2 have been retired. Collinson singled his first time. Checks his swing and takes a curve right in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. In the fourth inning for the Tigers will be Blake Edwards, Briar Bobbitt, and Jackson Ralston. Tigers got a run in the third inning. That's the difference right now. The pitch, low away. 1-2. Cade Moody with a couple of hits and 2 runs scored in this game. Bobbitt ready. Brings it home. Just missed outside with the fastball. 2-2. Getting back in is Collinson. Right-handed batter waits. The pitch. Chopper towards short. Stevens comes in, drops it. No play. Oh, actually, he did throw him out. Wow, Collinson did not hustle down the line. He's throwing out 6-3 as Stevens ran past the ball, knocked it down behind him, went back, got it, and still threw him out. Wow. I was startled by the umpire going down the first base line. Did not see where the runner was. But, boy, he still threw him out by a step. 1 run, 1 hit. And there was no errors and nobody left. We have now played 3 full innings here at Steelville. Our score, it is the Salem Tigers 3, Steelville Cardinals 2. We're going to come back in a minute with the 4th inning. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. Call 729-5761. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
And welcome back to Steelville. Harris back to the hill. We get ready to start the 4th inning. Top of the inning brought to you as a courtesy of Jonah Schaefer, your local American family insurance agent. If you're a first-time home buyer, don't forget they have a unique guide that will help you with the questions you didn't even know to ask. Call Jonah, 1104 South Main Street at 729-5156. Blake Edwards will stand in. Edwards singled his first time up. Salem with 4 hits in the game. Steelville with 3. Salem with 3 runs. Steelville with 2. Edwards waits. The pitch. Inside fastball. Ball 1. Really shallow for Edwards in the outfield. He's got a little pop in that bat, but they're playing him as basically a singles hitter. Pitch comes in. Foul down the third base side. Turned on that off-speed pitch on the inside angle and pulled it down in front of the Steelville dugout. The next pitch coming home is high, ball 2. That was right in the front part of that batter's box. Waits the 2-1. That one hit him. That one hit him in the right above the elbow.
Up now.
First hit by a pitch.
Number 17, Briar Bobbitt.
In the game. Bobbitt will stand in, so a leadoff hit by a pitch. Bobbitt grounded out to second his first time. Right-handed batter for the Salem Tigers. 6'6" right-handed batter with a big strike zone. Pitch from Harris, low and away. That one's nowhere close to that big strike zone. I want to thank the Salem License Office for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. 1104 South Main Street. 729-8305 is the number to call to find out more information about your licensing needs. The Salem License Office in the Crossroads. Bobbitt lines one in the center. That's a base hit. Got that one up, and just getting to second base in time was Edwards. He had to hesitate as Bobbitt got with that one off the trademark.
Now batting for the Tigers.
But it was up.
Jack.
Talking about that big strike zone to get it up on a big guy, and he took it right up the gut. I think that's his 4th hit of the season now, 3rd or 4th. So now it's up to Jackson Ralston. Jackson, right-hand batter, 2-on, nobody out. He wants to bunt. He does, right in front of the plate. The throw to first base is in time. Nice sacrifice done by Ralston. 1-3 on that sacrifice. Moving Edwards up to third base. Bob at the second for Dan and Barry.
Down to Salem, number 11, Danny Barry.
Barry 0 for 1 on the season, or 0 for 2 on the season. Popped out back in the second inning. The pitch to him. Swing and a miss on one down and in. I think he got fooled by that off-speed pitch. Swung right over top of it. We're in the fourth inning. Man at third base and less than 2 down. Let's see if Danny can get him home. The pitch way outside. Edwards at third. Bobbin at second. They play Barry to pull just ever so slightly. Give him the left field line, though. Pitch from Harris coming home. Ground ball in the hole. It's a base hit. One run is going to score. And now they're turning on the Jets. Just had a man come home, and he's going to be safe as the pitcher tried to cut it off for whatever reason. And both runners score. Bobbitt was going to stop at third. Edwards sent him home. And it's a 5-2 lead for the Salem Tigers on the base hit by Barry. He gets 2 RBIs, ends up second base on the throw home. But I'm still in amazement as to why the pitcher wanted to cut it off. That didn't look like a bad throw at home and had a chance to get Bobbitt. But when he tried to cut it off, he dropped the ball, and that allowed the runner to score easily. So Du Bois stands in. 2 runs in here. The pitch, Silas takes it low. At second base, standing Barry. Big 2 RBI single by Barry. Salem lead now 3 runs. We're in the fourth inning. 1 out. Man at second base for Silas Du Bois. Reached on arrow and tried to bunt. Takes that one high. 2-0. Tried to bunt for a hit. Thrown out by about a half a step. Also reached on air and scored back in the first inning and stole a base. Pitch to Silas. High fly ball in the left center field. Pretty well hit. Going back and making the catch is the left fielder, and that is Gamble. No advancement by the Tiger player, and there's 2 out. The boys got a lot of that one, but flew out the left center field.
Now for Salem, number 6.
And Cade Moody will stand in with runner at second base, 2 down. Moody's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Has a RBI in the game, and he has scored twice. Pitch to Cade coming home. High, ball 1. Woods is straight away at shortstop, thinking Moody's going to pull the ball. So big hole on the right side where Bailey's trying to cover second base. A pitch, a strike to Cade Moody. Moody playing center field. We are in the top of the fourth inning, 5-2 Salem. Be the bottom 3 in the order for Steelville when they come up in the fourth. There's a line drive to the left. That's another base hit. Coming around third, they're going to hold up. Stand and Barry as the throw comes home. And down to second base goes the Tiger player Moody. Ball is up, and Kane ripped it. And ends up at second base as Barry can only get to third. The throw came in, went off the glove of Harris, and that allowed Moody to go to second base. But I don't think Caden ever slowed up, so I'm not going to charge the pitcher with an error. But I don't think Caden ever slowed up. Had he slowed up and then come home after the base hit, it could have been an error, but that's not how I saw it. So Moody's at second on a base hit to left. Barry got held up at third by Coach Edwards. The throw came home, but eluded the pitcher off his glove after Caden had already made the turn to go to second. So another hit for the Salem Tigers, their third of the inning. 2 runs are already in. Moody at second, Berry at first. Cash Howard standing in. Cash is struck out and tapped out. I think you're going to walk Cash. So Cash gets the free pass, and Corby Ball will stand in. Corby's got an RBI ground out and a single. And another RBI.
Up now for Salem, number 9, Corby Ball.
5-2 Salem. Ball, the bases loaded, 2 down. Corby has a base hit, 2 RBIs. Also grounded out to short. Pitch coming to Corby. Here it comes from Harris. Bounces in the stands. Goes back. Berry not coming. Ball eluded Richter. Took a big hop off the fence. But Berry, not the fastest guy in the world, had to get a good jump and did not before trying to score. So he backed back toward third base. 5-2 our score. Corby Ball at the plate. Gage Harris, the stretch, the look, the pitch. Low and away. Good scoop again by Richter. No place to put this man. Howard at first. Moody at second. Berry at third. 2 down. Harris ready. Brings it way high and inside. Ball 3. Stevens is on deck. Salem trying to add to that 5-2 lead. Ball waits. Harris, the sign from Richter. He's ready. And the pitch comes home. It's inside. Ball 4. Another run scores on the RBI walk to Corby Ball. Berry comes home. Moody down the third. Howard down the second. RBI
Number 7.
by Corby Ball, his third of the game. And Stevens, the 9th man to bat in the inning, stands in. A hit batsman is how it all got started. A couple of walks, 2 hits. 3 runs later, Salem Tigers with a 6-2 lead. Pitched low and away. Nice stop by Richter. So 6-2, Salem on top. On the RBI walk by Ball. Base is still loaded. Pitch coming to Stevens. The 1-0 here is. Line drive right to shortstop. By him in the left field. Woods held up, and now the runner trying to score. Throw coming home, and he is out. The base hit by Stevens and the RBI as Moody came home, and Howard tagged out at the plate on the base hit. Play 7-2 on the putout. So the Salem Tigers sent 9 men to the plate. They scored 4 times on 3 hits, or make that 4 hits. And they left 2. We'll be back in a minute with more on KSMO Radio. 7-2 Salem Tigers. It is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised.
Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem.
And we welcome you back to Steelville. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 7-2. Salem Tigers on top. Couple of big 2-out hits by Cade Moody. Also Roy Stevens and a big RBI walk, but to Corby Ball with 2 outs as well. The base is loaded. So some big hits for Salem Tigers, extending their lead out to 5, 7-2. I'd like to thank our friends at Jet Tire and Auto for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers, located at 800 South Park Avenue. Get in touch with them next time you need tires or off-road equipment, struts, brakes, all kinds of great work they do there. Jet Tire and Auto, 729-3650, or go online at jettiresandauto.com. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Farm Bureau Insurance agent Willie Strader brings you the bottom of the inning. Stop by and talk with him at 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, or call 729-4941. Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance. Nate Gamble, Trenton Garrison, and Vincent Lorraine to stand in for Steelville here in the 4th inning. Bobbitt gets the sign, and he's ready, and here comes the pitch. There's a foul straight back. Silas DuBois doing the catching today for Salem. Waiting, that pitch low and away. The Salem Tigers with 4 runs in the 4th inning. All started with a hit by pitch on Blake Edwards. A big sacrifice by Jackson Ralston. All part of that big inning. There's a strike on the outside corner on a curveball to Nate Gamble. 1-2 the count, I believe. And the pitch coming on. Fastball, or curveball, and he struck him out on a slider. Looked like a cut fastball. And Gamble down on strikes.
Up now for Steelville.
That will be the 3rd strikeout.
Garrison.
And Trenton Garrison will stand in. 3 strikeouts now for Bobbitt. 1 out here in the 4th. Garrison, right-handed batter, waits. Fastball high. We're in the 4th inning at Steelville. The pitch from Bobbitt comes home. Line drive in the left center field. That's going to be a base hit and possibly go to the fence. Getting it is Moody in. That'll be a double. As a man might get tagged out, and he is out. He went off the bag, overslid the bag, and Blake Edwards kept the tag on, and he's out. It'll be a hit by Garrison, but then he's out 8-4 on the putout. And 2 down.
Up now for the Cardinals, number 3, Vincent Lorraine.
Ball was hit well by Garrison. Moody got it back in, throw into Edwards, and Edwards tagged the man, then he slid off the bag. A high pop-up on the infield. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Bobbitt has it, and that retires the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. Nice throw from Moody to Edwards for the tag, and nobody left. We've now played 4 innings. It's the Salem Tigers leading the Steelville Cardinals by a score of 7-2. Back in a minute, it's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Progressive Ozark Bank's debit card is now ready for your smartwatch or phone. It's compatible with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Just upload it to your mobile wallet and go. No more fumbling to find your card when you're in a hurry. Just tap and pay. Simple, easy, and secure. That's the progress of local banking. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured. Where people matter.
And we welcome you back to Steelville. Don't forget, we have Cardinal baseball tonight as they get ready to start the regular season Thursday. Now, tomorrow we'll have a game for you. It's a Salem Lady Tigers softball game, and that game will be held at 4:30 at the Salem City Park. So we'll have that game for you tomorrow here on KSMO Media. And then also don't forget on Wednesday now, instead of on Friday, the Salem Tigers Lady Tigers will be taking on the Bourbon Lady Warhawks. And that will be at 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, again at the Salem City Park Field. And then on Thursday, Salem Tigers will take on Ellington. The Women's will be in town, and we'll have that contest for you starting at 4 o'clock. And move that game up a little bit to 4 on Thursday at the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. So we hope you join us for that right here on KSMO Media. Well, a couple of changes. Caden Collinson goes to the pitching mound from third base, and he is going to be replaced there by Cale Cottrell out in center field. I do not know who's replaced him yet. I will get that as we move along. So Collinson taking over on the mound for Harris, who went 4 innings. Gave up 7 runs, 5 of them earned. Tigers were given 2 walks and a hit batsman. And a total of 3 strikeouts. Make that 4 strikeouts for Harris, who gave up, my calculation here, a total of 8 hits. But
leading off the 5th inning for Salem, number 13, Blake Edwards.
Blake Edwards, who led off last inning, will lead off this inning and swings and misses. Got hit with a pitch to lead off the inning, and he also has a base hit in the game. Collinson to bring in the next one to Edwards. He really takes his time out there on the mound, trying to get the grip on the ball, and here comes the pitch. Foul on an off-speed pitch up high. Edwards, Bobbitt, and Ralston. We're in the 5th inning. 7-2 Salem Tiger lead. Caden Collinson, right-handed pitcher. Big gap in left center field. As the pitch comes in, that's high. Salem spent 9 men to the plate, got 4 runs back in that 4th inning. Edwards waits. Collinson finally brings it home. It's in the dirt. Took a little something off. Edwards continues to wait for the pitch to come home. Here it is. Low in the dirt. 3-1 by my count. Collinson in for Harris, the starter today. Pitch, swing, and a miss. And he struck him out. Edwards down on strikes. First strikeout for Collinson.
Now batting for Salem.
And Briar Bobbitt will stand in.
Briar Bobbitt.
So Harris's line, 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. And also, well, not him, but a pass ball was charged to the catcher, Richter, back in the 3rd inning. Foul back by Bobbitt. Barr getting a start today, has given up 2 runs, a home run to Gage Harris, and a run in the 2nd inning after he got the bases loaded, nobody out. He almost pitched out of it, but he got walked Cale Cottrell with 2 down before the last out was made by Garrett Richter. 0-1 to count to Bobbitt. Collinson ready. Brings it home. There's another foul. Bobbitt went down to get that off-speed pitch and fouled it off. Ralston waits on deck. We're in the 5th inning here at Steelville. Salem up 7-2. Trying for their 2nd win of the year. The pitch, swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. 2 strikeouts for Caden Collinson. He's come in throwing strikes. So Joey's want a reliever to do.
Number 27, Jackson Ralston.
So Jackson Ralston will stand in looking for his first hit. He did have a sacrifice bunt, though. Key one back in the 4th inning. He's 0 for 1 with that sacrifice. Pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. That ball is going to fall for a base hit. First hit of the season for Jackson. Right off the fist. Down the third base line. I'm sorry, his second hit, excuse me.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 11, Gannon Barry.
So Barry will stand in. Barry got a base hit, drove in 2. Or drove in 1 last time. And we drove in 2. Pitch comes home to him. Strike on the outside edge. Barry got that base hit in the hole in the left field. This pitcher cut off as Bobbitt was coming around to the plate. Pitch. Fastball outside. Waiting is Bobbitt. I'm sorry, waiting is Barry. Excuse me. 2 outs, 1 man on that pitch. A slow curve, tantalizing curve, breaks in for a strike. Right up in the letters, and Barry couldn't pull the trigger. 1-2 to count. Steelville will have the top of their order up in the 5th. Collinson, ready, brings it. Swing and a miss. He struck out the side on a high fastball. Barry goes down on strikes, and the Salem Tigers do not score here in the 5th inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. We've now played 4.5 to the bottom of the 5th we go. It's the Salem Tigers 7, Steelville 2. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball, KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
I'd like to thank Technology Junkyard for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. You can find them at 37,228 Highway 72 North. They do all kinds of great work, repair service to your TV, computers, and other electronics. Get in touch with Chris to check out how they can recycle and repurpose your monitors and things as well. Get in touch with Technology Junkyard today, 573-453-0418. Well, we go to the bottom of the inning. Bottom of the inning brought to you by Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your life's wins and wears and happenings. Like when your family finally purchases that very first home. You know how to get the right insurance? Get in touch with Willie. 573-729-4941. Making sure you got the coverage you need. Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance. Well, it'll be the top of the order. Nate Cottrell will lead things off, followed by Garrett Richter, and then whoever came in for Gage Harris, unless Gage is staying in the game to hit. Bob is still on the hill for the Salem Tigers.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for Steelville, number 11, Cale Cottrell.
So Cottrell has walked and reached on an error. Got an RBI on that walk. Officially has 1 at bat in this game. Right-handed batter stands in. Pitch comes to him. He wants to bunt. Busts the ball foul down that third base line. Cottrell gets back in to face Bob at the right-hander. Brings it home. Inside, but just off the plate. It's a good pitch. Cottrell took it. 1-1 to count. In is Ralston at third. As the pitch comes home, the pitch is outside, tailing away from the right-handed batter. 7-2, Salem Tigers, a big 4-run fourth inning. They got shut down last inning by Collinson. Pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Bobbitt right up in the eyes of Cottrell. Cottrell's walked, reached on an error, has an RBI. And a stolen base in the game. The 1-2, 2-2 I should say, is 3-2 now on that curve breaking away. Seven to 2 the score. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. And down goes Cottrell for the first time in the game. He's not going to reach base. Fourth strikeout for Bobbitt. And Garrett Richter will stand in. Richter's 0 for 2. Richter standing in. Right-handed batter takes a strike. Right, little small closed stance. The pitch outside low. Seven 2, Salem on top. Bottom of the fifth inning, one down. Briar Bobbitt brings him another. That pitch is just outside. Silas DuBois holds it there. The umpire's not going to change his mind. Called on a ball. It's very close. 2-1. Next pitch to Richter. Swing and a miss. Took a little something off on a straight change. Swung right over top. 2-2 to count. A man down here in this fifth inning. Tigers play this hitter to pull just slightly. The pitch, that's high, 3-2. So Bob is starting to throw a lot of pitches in these innings, going into deep counts. He got Cottrell on strikes. And the pitch to Richter. Swing and a foul. That one goes off into the softball field. Another high fastball. And Richter able to foul it off. The pitch. Oh, wow. That was just missed. And Silas DuBois looks back. I do, too. That ball was called a strike most of the night tonight. That one's not called a strike. It'll be a walk. Ooh. I might have jumped the gun there. But Harris will stand back in. Gage has a homer in this game. It flew out to center. So Richter gets the one-out walk. That pitch was ever so close. Pitch comes home and a swing and a foul straight back. Harris swinging from the heels. Tall left-handed batter. Hit one out to dead center field his last time up. That was in the third inning when he led off. Pitch low. Took a little something off. 1-1 to count. Man down. 7-2, Salem on top. Richter at first base. Being held on by Dan and Barry. The pitch comes home way outside. All kind of slid out of the hands of Briar. The boys, the sign, the pitch is ready. foul straight back again as Gage had to reach for that one a little bit. 2-2. Here at Steelville on a Monday afternoon. Pryor Bobbitt looks ready. Here comes. Swing, another foul straight back. Richter at first base. Tiger infield, outfield, pretty much straight away and deep. The pitch, swing and a smash to first. It is foul. Ball is not fouled by much, by about a foot. Barry trying to get it, even after holding the man on, couldn't get to that ball. That ball is hit very hard by Harris. Two to the count. Bobbitt brings it, swinging a high pop foul back and out of play. It'll go back onto the softball field again. Harris gets back in. Umpire had to get some more baseballs from the coaches. Still 2-2. Man out. Richter at first, the pitch. Swing and a miss, a straight change. He struck him out. His fifth strikeout. Runner steals second base. That's Richter. And Woods will stand in. He's flown out to center and struck out. Woods was trying to stretch his back out here an inning or two ago. Looks like he's okay. And he lines this one into left field. That's going to fall in front of ball for a base hit. Corby gets it back in. Then it goes off the glove of Roy Stevens for an error that allows Woods to go to second base. So Richter stopped at third. Woods would have stopped at first, and then his throw in. Stevens tried to cut it off, and the ball went off his glove all the way over toward the Steelville dugout. Runner did not try and score, which I'm shocked at, but he just stood there. And so it looks like Bobbitt is going to be done for the day. And maybe Barry's going to come in to pitch. So Bobbitt going 4 2/3 innings. Giving up 5 hits, including a home run. He's still responsible for the 2 guys on base. He did walk 3 in this game.
Your attention, please.
Strike out 5.
Pitching for Salem, number 11, Bannon, Barry.
So Barry's going to come on and try and put the fire out here in the 5th inning. And Jacob Bailey will be up at the plate. Bailey has a hit, and he grounded out to second base. So Dan and Barry, who was playing first base, will shift over. And it looks like Bobbitt will go play first base. So we're in the bottom of the 5th inning, 2 down. Barry, another 6'5", 6'6" right-hander. Both Tiger pitchers today, basketball players who stepping in and getting a little action in here in this spring game. The match got overcast, a little cooler here, about 45 minutes to go. I'd like to thank Legends Auto for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers, 500 West City Cruz Boulevard in Salem. They can really take care of your vehicle and get you ready for the upcoming real spring season. We're still kind of in that transition period. But don't forget, with Easter stuff coming up, you're going to be traveling. Make sure your vehicle's in tip-top shape. Go by Legends Auto at 500 West City Cruz Boulevard, right there at the corner of MacArthur and Highway 3272, 729-2884. Legends Auto. Runners at second to third, 2 down for Jacob Bailey, and he takes the first one high, ball 1. Dan and Barry in. Working from the stretch. Checks the runners, brings it, a swing and a miss. At third base, Garrett Richter. At first base, I should say at second base, Jackson Woods. The pitch, swing and a miss. Higher and a little harder fastball there by Barry. 1-2 the count. Next one to Bailey. Low and away, gets away. Man's going to try and score, and he will. And a throw by Silas goes wild. Play at the plate, no play, and then a no throw. 2-run score on a wild pitch and an error. So Richter scored on a wild pitch, and then Silas DuBois tried to throw him out, threw a wild on the first base line. That error allowed the second run to score. It's 7-4. So it's 2-2 to count. Ball went on the edge of Silas DuBois' glove and then over to the side. That's why Richter decided to try and score. Fastball's high and again goes off the glove of DuBois back to the screen. Now it's 3-2. 2 runs in, 2 errors in the inning for the Salem Tigers. Getting Woods to second base, that error set that run up. Pitch comes in, strike call, and Bailey called out on strikes. First strikeout for Dan and Barry, but 2 runs do score on a wild pitch. So it's 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and nobody left. We played 5 here at Steelville. Our score is 7-4. Favor the Salem Tigers. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come back. It is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Power Tour Tool Days is going on right now. K&H Auto Supply in Salem. We get a 2-pack go-through screwdriver set for $7.99, an 11-piece wrench set for $29.99, and a 3-in-1 ratchet for $28.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store during Power Tour Tool Days.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
Let's meet the Town and Country Bank lending team. Andrew Wynn, Sammy Parker, and Doug Barnes. They're here to help you achieve your financial goals with personalized lending solutions tailored just for you. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home, expand your business, or pursue any other financial endeavor, the Town and Country Bank is committed to guiding you through every step. Stop by one of their 2 Salem branches and discover what hometown banking is all about. Town and Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 402782.
And welcome back to Steelville. Salem Tigers with a 3-run lead. Kind of gave 2 back, though, to Steelville. Now, last inning on 2 errors and 2 silly errors at that. And so the Salem Tigers have just tightened that defense up a little bit. Little over-anxiousness on Silas DuBois' part to try and throw the guy out at home, and nobody was there. And then the ball went up the first base line from the third base line, which allowed Woods to come around to score. So little exuberance by Silas trying to make a big play happen, but you got to have a guy at home plate. Barry was trying to get there, but he was still a little bit shy, and with the runner sliding in, the ball just went right down that first base line, allowing another run to come in and score. So Bob at 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Could have been a little bit better, except for those 2 runs coming in. But a good job by Dan and Barry to get Bailey on the strikeout. It'll be Du Bois to lead things off.
Leading off the 6th inning for Salem, number 5, Du Bois.
He is 0 for 3. He's reached on an error and stole a base and scored. He's flown out to center and tried to bunt and was thrown out by about a half a step. It's the 6th inning. The pitch comes in way outside. Caden Collinson spreads that glove out in front of his face and gets the grip he wants and brings it home. Swing and a foul tip caught by the catcher, Richter. I don't know if his delivery is confusing, but it's very slow, and then all of a sudden the ball just kind of comes out of his hand. And hitters have had trouble with it so far. The pitch is high, 2-1. Got 3 strikeouts back in that 5th inning. Struck out the entire side, and then Ralston got the only hit off him, but Tigers could not score. Two-one pitch coming home to Silas Du Bois. That one's high, 3-1. Salem could add to their lead here. Salem 7 runs on a total of 9 hits. Pitch to Du Bois. Here it is. High fly ball, center field. Going back and making the catch about 15 feet from the fence.
Up now for the Tigers
is Trenton Garrison.
Caden Moody.
So 1 out. Boys hit the ball okay. Got it too high, though. In the center field, gave Garrison plenty of time to get to it. Moody 3 for 3, standing in. The pitch to him. Takes a strike on the outside edge. 3 for 3, 3 runs scored, and he has an RBI in the game as well. 2 singles and a double for Caden. 7-4 Salem Tiger lead. Pitch, curveball high. Caden Collinson, a right-hander. Kind of a shorter guy. After we've seen these 6'5", 6'6" for Salem. There's a foul by Moody and an off-speed pitch. One and 2 to count to Caden Moody. Cool afternoon now since the clouds have come through. And the pitch coming in way high with a fastball, 2-2. Reminding everybody, tomorrow we got Lady Tiger softball 4:30 from the Salem City Park against Ellington. I had that game on KSMO. Start with Tiger Talk. Coach Cody Woody about 4:15. Curveball and a foul down the third base side. And then on Wednesday, the Lady Softball Tigers game with Bourbon will be held instead of on Friday. They're going to move that up with the impending rain that's predicted for Friday. So they're going to try and get that game in on Wednesday now, 4 o'clock start time at the Salem City Park. And we'll be there to bring that one to you on KSMO Media. And then on Thursday, the boys will be back home to take on Ellington. That game will begin at 4 o'clock now. They've moved that game up a little bit. At 4 o'clock on Thursday, boys and Ellington at the Salem High School baseball field complex. So you're up to date. That game on Thursday, though, will only be videoed, streamed on KSMO Media because it's opening day for the St. Louis Cardinals. The pitch, Moody fouls that one. So again, tomorrow, full coverage on AM, FM, KSMO, as well as on KSMO Media and video streamed on KSMO Media. Wednesday will be the same, AM 1340, FM 95.7, and video streamed on KSMO Media. And on Thursday, no radio, only the video stream from the Salem High School baseball field complex at 4. There's a fly ball in the right field by Moody. Drifting over is Lorraine, and he makes the catch. And Cash Howard will stand in.
Number 19, Cash Howard.
Howard, a senior this year, been playing right field. I think his sophomore year. Really has just been playing that position for the most part. Takes that one and fouls it back. Off-speed pitch up high. In the 6th inning for Steelville, it'll be Collinson, Gamble, and Garrison. Collinson has shut down 5 of the 6 batters he's faced. Howard waits the pitch. Off speed outside. The pitch comes home. There's a high fly ball hitting the center field, but going to hang up there for the center fielder and making that catch in center field is Garrison. Now retires the side. 3 straight flyouts for the Salem Tigers in that 6th inning. They go down 1, 2, 3, and we've now played 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Salem Tigers up by 3, 7-4. We'll take a 1-minute break and return. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the Missouri way of life. We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. For starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for building a life in Missouri and then going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you've built is protected, we're for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Denton County, I've got you covered.
Life just got a whole lot easier with grocery delivery from your Country Mart here in Salem. Now available through Instacart. Skip the trip and shop from the comfort of your own home. Whether it's fresh produce, household essentials, or last-minute needs, Country Mart has you covered. Simply visit their Instacart page, select your items, and schedule a delivery time that works for you. It's just that easy. Support your local grocer, save time, and enjoy the convenience of shopping with Instacart today. Shop from home, shop with ease, shop Country Mart with Instacart.
And over here, we've got Cardinal Baseball coming up tonight. Concluding after this one, right here on KSMO. Be joining that one in progress after Tiger Baseball. Another preseason game, wrapping up this really a preseason series for the Cardinals. They got Minnesota to start the season out Thursday, opening day. It's 1:15. We'll start that, or 1:30, somewhere in there with all the opening day festivities that go on in St. Louis. Game will get underway at 3:15. And, of course, our game at Salem at 4 o'clock, so we'll not have that on the radio side due to the Cardinal opening day. And there you go. All righty, let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th inning brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent, 729-4941. Give them a call for all your insurance needs. Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance. All right, Caden Collinson will stand in to lead things off. He's got a base hit, and he's grounded out to short. Pitch from Barry. Fastball outside. Collinson showing a bunt. Pulled back. Took a ball. Ralston cheats in a little bit at third. Pryor still back at first base. About 2 steps behind the bag. The pitch, swing and a miss. Inside fastball. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leadoff man, Caden Collinson. Barry brings it way high, 2-1. Collinson, Gamble, and Garrison. Very ready. Dannon brings it. Swing and a miss. 2-2. That ball right at the letters, and Collinson's struggling with that fastball. This one, high fly ball to right field. Cash Howard almost in his steps, makes the catch.
Up now for the Cardinals.
Nate Gamble will stand in.
Gamble.
Gamble has walked and struck out. Gamble playing left field today for the Cardinals. Facing Dan and Barry for the first time as the pitch comes home, a swing and a miss. All riding up and in, and Nate took a whack at it. Tigers straight away for this hitter. As Barry brings it. Curveball outside. 1-1. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. Salem up by 3 runs. The pitch. Fastball high. Salem got 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Steelville responded with 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fifth. 7-4 our score. The pitch. Strike on the outside edge. I almost called that one again for the umpire. This time he accommodated me. Good fastball by Barry. 2-2 the count. Comes the next one. Strike call. Fastball right at the letters. Gamble didn't like it. Second strikeout for Barry.
Now batting for the Cardinals.
And Trenton Garrison will stand in.
Garrison.
Well, Barry can set them all down in order. He won't have to face Gage Harris again. That would be the ideal thing. Fastball outside edge. Trenton Garrison. Garrison reached on a fielder's choice and has a single. Barry's ready for the next one. Fouled it back, a defensive swing. Oh, 2 to count. Pitch from Barry. Curve and a pop foul. That's backing out of play on a good curveball. Garrison, good job of fighting it off, though. Dannon gets a sign from Silas. He says, let's redo it. He's ready. Here's the pitch. Way high. Ball kind of slipped out of the hand of Dannon on that one. In the seventh inning with the Tigers will be Corby Ball, Roy Stevens, and Blake Edwards. Salem with a 7-4 lead here in the sixth inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Third strikeout of Mr. Dan Barry's outing, and Steelville is down 1-2-3 in the sixth inning. Yep, quickly we go to the seventh inning. And after 6 innings, Salem Tigers have a 7-4 lead. We'll come back in 1 minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
In a world where everything is digital, your payments should be too. Time is precious. Digital payments provide a quick and simple way to make secure purchases. The Bank of Salem recognizes the need for digital payment convenience and is excited for you to enjoy a new way to pay. We now support Apple Pay, Google Pay, Fitbit, Garmin, and MasterPass. To enroll, call or stop by either Bank of Salem location today and let us help make your shopping experience easier. Message and data rates may apply. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, they're having their spring savings sale going on now. You can get Super Clean Cleaner Degreaser starting at just $8.79 each. Royal Purple Chemicals, they're starting at $11.99 each. And Peak All Vehicle Antifreeze and Coolant in the 1 gallon size starting at $13.69 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store. They're at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Well, we go to the top of the 7th inning. Top of the inning brought to you by Jonas Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent, where you have you taken the time out to review the assets of your home to make sure that you've got the right coverage. If not, see Jonah at 1104 South Main Street or call 573-729-5156. Jonas Schaefer and your local American Family Insurance agent. Caden Collinson back to the hill. Right-hander has pitched well. He's only given up 1 hit out of 7 batters that he's faced. And has kept the score right where it is. Salem got 7 runs in the first 4 innings. They've been unable to score since. Well, Corby ball, Roy Stevens, Blake Edwards will try and solve this little right-hander. Not quite sure how tall Collinson is, but compared to Bobbitt and Barry, he looks tiny out there, but probably about 5'8", 5'9". So, Ball and Collinson. Corby has a hit, a walk, and an RBI ground out. He's got 3 RBIs in the game. Got even a walk, and that drove in a run. 1 for 2 with 3 ribbies. Not a bad day at the office. Pitch coming to Corby, and he swits and fouls that one down the left side, but out of play and foul. Kind of threw him a change up on the inside. Corby got way out in front. Stands back in from the right side. A little bit of a closed stance. Facing Collinson, and Caden brings it home. There's a foul off to the right side. That's going to go back and just missed the softball field behind us. Quickly 0-2 to Corby Ball. 7th inning action in Steelville. Don't forget Cardinal baseball on the way next. The conclusion of this one from Steelville, Missouri. Floating capital of Missouri, as they like to say down here. Pitch stayed high to Corby. He took it 1-2. He waits. Collinson ready. Brings it home. Here it is. Late swing. He struck him out. Looks like Corby was a little bit indecisive on that one, but a nice pitch. 2-ball by Collinson gets him his 4th strikeout. And ball down on strikes. Roy Stevens will stand in. He got his first hit of the year. And that drove in a run. Back in the 4th inning. Right-handed batter Stevens takes it outside. Ball 1 on a curve. One over the count. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch from Collinson coming home. Fouled. Stevens playing shortstop this year. One and one to count to Roy Stevens. We're in the 7th inning. As Collinson ready. Brings it home. Off-speed pitch, low. Two and one. Stevens waits. That pitch is a little bit high. 3-1. Like a high curveball. Just never broke. Roy ready. Right-handed batter. Facing the right-handed pitcher. Here it is. And there's a line drive in the left. That's a base hit. He left it up, and Stevens ripped it in the left field. The Salem Tigers, that is hit number 10 in the game.
Number 13, Blake Edwards.
Blake Edwards will stand in. He's 1 for 2 today with a hit batsman as well. Scored a run. Blake stands in. Right-handed batter facing Caden Collinson. Stevens with a short lead. Not going. That pitch is outside with a curve. Seventh inning action. 7-4 Salem. We're in Steelville, Missouri. We'll be at home to face Ellington on the Lady Tigers side tomorrow from the Salem City Park. That's a 4:30 start time. We'll start things out at 4:15 with Tiger Talk coach Cody Woody. Lady Tigers split in their round-robin tournament down East Carter and Elsinore, winning the first game in the bottom of the last inning and losing the second game in the bottom of the last inning. Runners going. The pitch, fly ball in the left field, fairly deep, and caught and dropped by Garrison. And then Blake Edwards has to get back. Garrison went right back, right in front of the fence, had the ball come off to the side, and then the ball fell out of his glove. That'll be an error.
Number 17, Brian Bobbitt.
Ball was hit well by Edwards. Had a little bit of a breeze today. That ball might have jumped out of here, but that one fell about 5 to 8 feet short. So Bobbitt stands in. He's 1 for 3. He struck out, grounded out, and singled. Scored a run as well. The pitch. Bobbitt pops it up on the infield fly rule, and third baseman makes the catch. That's Cale Cottrell.
Up now for Salem.
So standing in will be Jackson Ralston. So Stevens with a one-out single. Edwards got on base on the error by Garrison. Now it's up to Ralston. The pitch, curveball strike. Jackson Ralston singled. He has sacrificed. And he has struck out. Waiting. Here comes the pitch from Collinson. There's a little pop fly in the right field. That might fall, and no, it does fall. The right fielder overran it. And that's going to allow one run to score, and that'll be it. Stevens comes in to score to make it 8-4 as Lorraine came in and he muffed it. So an error on the right fielder. Stevens scores to make it 8-4. Well, Lorraine got a good jump on it. I didn't know if he could get there initially off the bat, but then he did. But then he just overran it. And the ball went right over his head. Ralston's going to check out. Salem Tigers put Hayden Ragsdale in the run. As Barry stands in. Dannon has a hit today, drove in a couple of runs. First and third, 2 down, run is in. Runner's going, and he'll steal second without a play. So Ragsdale will steal second base. Running for Ralston. 2 down, pitch was high. Dannon waits the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good curveball. Had him out in front. On the front foot. 1-1 to count. Caden Collinson running into a little trouble here in the 7th inning. Giving up a run. But not getting much defensive help at all. Pitch comes home. That's a curve outside. The single by Stevens, a clean single. The base hit by Edwards, not a base hit at all, an error on Garrison. And then Ralston reaches on the air by Lorraine. Now another pop-up on the infield. called for by Woods, and he makes the catch, and that retires the side. 1 run on a total of 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 men left. We have now played a total of 6.5 innings. To the bottom of the 7th we go with the Salem Tigers up by 4, 8-4. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a veterinarian. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a scientist. I want to be a superhero. I want to be a dancer. I want to be a drug addict.
Get to your kids before drugs do. Get the facts. For more information, call the Healthy Dane County Prevention Coalition at 573-729-8163 or visit their website, salemcommunitycenter.org.
Reality check number 29. Moving your checking account shouldn't feel harder than moving to another state. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know switching banks can be a pain, so we invented the Easy Switch Kit. If you move your account to Town & Country, we'll do all the work for you. Set up your automatic deposits and withdrawals, and even help close your old account. How easy is that? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Steelville. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Bottom of the inning brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance and Willie Strader, your agent. For all of life's happenings, get in touch with Willie at 729-4941. He'll make sure you got the right coverage. Whether you're a renter, a homeowner, own a car, other property, or maybe you need some life insurance, remember your friends at Farm Bureau Insurance. Dan and Barry are going to try and shut things down here in the 7th inning. Vincent Rain will start things out. He'll be followed by Cale Cottrell and then Garrett Richter. Salem with an 8-4 lead. See if he can hold on. Lorraine has popped out, struck out. Right-handed batter facing Danenberry. Pitch from Danan. Wants to bunt. Follows it back into the track area here at the Steelville City Park. Perkins Memorial Baseball Field here at Steelville. Stan Stevens bringing you Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. Another kind of slug bunt attempt. Missed. Quickly 0-2. Fire Bob had started with 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 to burn to 3 walks, and a swing and a miss. 4th strikeout for Barry to lead off the 7th inning. As I mentioned, Bob at 4 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of the burn, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Steelville with 9 strikeouts on the day today. Salem Tigers, they have, if I'm not mistaken, 8 on the day. Top of the order, Cale Cottrell. He has walked, reached on an air, and struck out. And he strikes one at that opportunity. Here, this at bat took a strike at 1 and missed it. Next one, fastball just outside. Good fastball by Barry. Really just missed. Right-handed batter Cottrell takes it high, 2-1. 7th inning action, 1 out. Richter waits on deck. Pitch to Cottrell. Low, 3-1. 4-run lead for the Salem Tigers. Want to mess around with walks, make them hit their way on. Dannon ready, the 3-1 pitch coming home. A little bit high, ball 4. And it's a 1-out walk for Danenberry. Garrett Richter will stand in. He has walked and flown out, popped out actually once and flown out. Lights are on here at Steelville on a cloudy afternoon. Clouds have gotten thicker and thicker and thicker as we've gone through. They've got some really weird formations in them as well. Pitch comes in, low and outside, ball one. Berry trying a little crossfire there, didn't work. Working from the first base side of the pitching mound. Dannon from the stretch. Runner going, swing and a miss, throw to second base, and he's there. Pretty close play. Good throw by Du Bois. But Cottrell just beat it. 1-1 to count. Richter at the plate. Berry brings it way inside. Two and one to count. Seventh inning here in Steelville. The pitch. Swing and a pop foul back and out of play. Pitch was up. Richter fouled it off. 2-2 to count. Berry ready. Du Bois assigned a pitch, and there's a fly ball to center field. Moody going back. There, he makes the catch. And there's two out. The ball was hit well on the line by Richter, but he lined out to center. Moody got a good jump on that ball right off the bat. And here is Gage Harris, who homered earlier in this game. Struck out, and he's flown out. And Coach Edwards is going to come out and talk to Berry. And he may be talking about not to try and mess around with Harris here too much. With a 4-run lead, even if he hits a home run, it's still a 2-run lead. And that might be what he's telling him too. Don't try and be too fine. So if he hits it out of the ballpark, big deal. Having a good conversation out there. The Salem Tigers with an 8-4 lead, 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 1 in the seventh. Tigers got, I should say, the Steelville Cardinals got 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fifth. Eight for our score as Gage Harris stands back in. 1 for 3, but that one was a big fly out to dead center field. At second base, it's Cottrell. Pitch from Berry. Fastball on the outside edge, right on the edge, right on the black. Good pitch. Left-handed batter Harris waits. Berry brings it. Strike two, the same pitch, same place, same result. And Gage did not like it, but he's going to get back in. 0-2 the count. 2 down. Berry looks, checks, brings it. Off-speed pitch, and he popped it foul back and out of play. Had to reach for that one. Harris just jumps back in. He's ready to bat, man. He's already in the batter's box. He's waiting. The boys weren't even down his crouch yet. 0-2 to count. The pitch comes home. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. Salem Tigers. Dannon Berry gets his 5th strikeout and the save as the Salem Tigers defeat Steelville here by a final score of 8-4 and go to 2-0-1 on the season. A great job done by Dannon Berry, who came in, did not give up a hit in the final 2 1/3 innings that he pitched. He gave up no hits. He did strike out 5, and he did walk a man. That was Cottrell here in the 7th inning, but what a job done by Dannon Berry in relief for the Salem Tigers, who win it by a final score of 8-4. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back, wrap things up. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem. Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free.
Our final scoreboard brought to you as a courtesy United Country Salem Realty, bringing you to wrap with our game, where today the Salem Tigers defeat Steelville by a final score of 8-4. Salem got 10 hits in the game. Steelville finished with a total of 5. Tigers took advantage of some errors by Steelville, obviously, and really pitched well today. Briar Bobbitt pitched good. Dan and Barry pitched even better as he came in relief of Briar and did a good job. Briar finished with 4 runs, giving up 3 of them earned, 3 walks, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts in 4 2/3 innings. He gets the win. Barry gets the save. 2 1/3 innings, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, just 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. For the Steelville Cardinals, it was Gage Harris starting with 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. It did hit a man. And then Collinson came in. Caden gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. No walks and 4 strikeouts in the game. Tigers' leading hitter today was Caden Moody with 3 hits and 4 plate appearances. He had 3 runs scored and drove in a run. He was 3 for 4. And Corby Ball, who was 1 for 2, but he had 3 RBIs in the contest for the Salem Tigers. A good job all around for the Salem Tigers, really, in the field and at the plate as they went 8-4. In the first inning, Salem got on the board first. An error by the second baseman, Jacob Bailey, gave Silas DuBois life. He stole second, and it came home on a Cade Moody double to make it 1-0. And then Moody came home as he got to third base on a ground out by Cash Howard. On an RBI ground out by Corby Ball was 2-0. They came 2-1 in the second inning, and a leadoff single by Jacob Bailey. It was followed by a single by Caden Collinson. A walk to Nate Gamble. Bases loaded, nobody out for Briar Bobbitt, but he got Trenton Garrison to hit the third base, and Ralston threw home to get the force out. Vincent Lorraine struck out, but then he walked Cale Cottrell to drive in the run to make it 2-1 before Garrett Richter flew out to right. And then the Salem Tigers scored a run in the third inning. After 1 out, Caden Moody got a base hit, stole second, stole third, and came home on a base hit by Corby Ball. That was 3-1. In the third inning, Gage Harris led off with a home run to make it 3-2. And then the Tigers in that fourth inning really got things going. Blake Edwards got hit by a pitch, and then Briar Bobbitt got a base hit to left. A sacrifice by Jackson Ralston put runners at second and third, and Dan and Barry got a base hit to drive in too. And at that point, that made it 5-2 for the Salem Tigers. Silas DuBois then flied out, but Cade Moody got a base hit. Cash Howard was walked intentionally, and then Corby Ball got an RBI walk, and that made it 6-2. And then the base hit by Stevens, and the Tigers were able to get a couple more runs. And got a run on that one. A man was thrown out trying to score, but that made it 7-2 at the end of 4 innings. And then the only other run came in the 7th inning after a man was out. Stevens got a base hit. Blake Edwards hit one to deep left center field that was dropped by Trenton Garrison. And then in the after 2 were out, Jackson Ralston hit a line drive to right field, and the right fielder came in, actually a humpback liner, and he overran it and went right over his head off his glove for another error, and that made it 8-4 for our final. Salem Tigers win it go to 2-0-1 on the season, and they'll take on Ellington Thursday afternoon now at 4 o'clock at the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. Hope you can make it out there to support your Tigers, but if you can't, you can hear it here. I'm sorry. You can see it on KSMO Media. We'll only stream that game due to the Cardinals' opening day ceremonies. So, again, we hope you'll join us on KSMO Media. That's KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me down here in Steelville. Hope you enjoyed the contest. Salem Tigers win it by a score of 8-4. We got Cardinal baseball coming your way next right here on KSMO. For Ben and Sally and Kenny all back at the station, my name is Stan Stevens. Thanks for joining us. Tigers win it 8-4, and good afternoon, or good evening now from Steelville.
Thanks for joining us on KSMO Media for Salem Tigers Spring Sports. Brought to you by Town and Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, The Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Tax Masters, Town and Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Salem License Bureau, Jet Tire and Auto, Legends Automotive, LLC, Discount Bins of Salem, American Family Insurance, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, Hubs Tire Center, Technology Junkyard, Prevention Coalition of Dent County, K&H Auto Supply, your world today. Join us next time for Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Radio. We just want you to know how much we appreciate your loyalty.
It's what I listen to all day.
Keeps me in a good mood.
Thanks for listening. KSMO Salem.